Hey guys, welcome to my channel Hairliciously. Today in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 things that I really hated doing before I got my hair transplant done. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys can relate to this video. So growing up, I've always had a large forehead. And even now after my first hair transplant, you guys can still tell that my forehead is an above average size. I think it's around 7 centimeters and the average is around 5.5 to maybe 6.5 centimeters. But as if having a big forehead was not enough, I started my first temporal recession during my freshman year of college. The thing is, a big forehead plus a receding temple is like the worst combination out there. And the only way for you to really cover up a receding hairline and a big forehead is to simply just grow out your hair long enough so that you guys can actually cover the forehead. I was actually lucky enough to still have very good density and a thick set of hair to grow out the hair, but this really wasn't a cure to hair loss. It was simply to disguise and to create an illusion of a full set of hair. But I ran into 2 issues, so it was either to continue to grow out my hair and to cover my big forehead, or to cut it short and expose to the whole world that I was actually suffering from hair loss and that I had a big ass forehead. So these things aren't really in any particular order. One of the things that I really hated before my first hair transplant was enjoying the outdoors. I started to dislike things and everything that gave me the possibility of exposing my hairline and my forehead. And these things included, biking, swimming, running outdoors, feeling the breeze across my face while I was driving. A lot of these things soon became things that I just wanted to avoid and stop doing. And all of a sudden, the wind became my worst enemy. I just hated it so much because there was nothing that I could do apart from, using a lot of, hairspray or gel or even wearing a hat every time that I went out on a windy day. And I remember numerous times when I actually even walked in the same direction as the wind instead of going against it because I didn't want it to mess up my hair. Now we all know that the moment that the wind wrecks our hair, there is really no way of getting it back to how it was before. Number 2, before my first hair transplant, I really hated taking pictures. Now, when you're balding or when you're having a receding hairline, pictures provide the evidence that you are actually losing your hair. There's nothing that causes stress like receiving an email or a Facebook notification that contains the words that somebody has tagged you in a photo. I remember hanging out with a group of friends a few years ago. So my friend ended up posting a photo of me in a group photo on Instagram. It made me look as if I was at least 40 years old due to my receding hairline. And my self-esteem really did take a punch in the gut upon viewing the picture. Number 3, I really hated getting haircuts. I hated going to the barber or my hairstylist because I never really liked the way that my haircut turned out. And the thing is, when you're receding and when you're suffering from hair loss, it's very difficult to really get a good haircut or the style that you really want because you're very limited to just a few haircuts that may even look somewhat decent. And what's even worse is that when you're suffering from hair loss at a very young age and you decide to go get a haircut and there's a group of young people, either around the same age as you, with a full set of hair, waiting for, their haircuts and they're just watching you while you're getting your haircuts done, it gets a bit awkward and very uncomfortable. And sometimes you can kind of feel that they're staring at you while you're getting your haircut and just kind of staring at your hairline. Alright, moving on, number 4. It's not much of that I hated, but I did get jealous when I did see people either my age or somebody who was older that had a better head of hair than me. Now it gets worse if you see people that's like way older, people that are in their, in their 50s or 60s with a normal 1 and a very low, adolescent hairline. They really do have it easy because they don't know all the things that we had to go through or currently go through because of hair loss. And I think it was mostly the envy that I experienced because, I can never take my hair for granted like some of these guys did. And number 5, last but not least, I hated the psychological aspect of hair loss. I really hated the fact that, I had to think about my hair the moment that I woke up to the moment that I went to sleep. I was always on guard, and even more so when I went outside to the public and, just staring at the mirror examining my hair and my scalp in detail, spending countless hours and hours on the forums and blogs and just wasting my life away. You know, in conclusion, I think getting a hair transplant last year was one of the best decisions that I've ever made in my life. I no longer have to worry about the things that I mentioned earlier in this video. I enjoy taking photos. I enjoy, you know, going swimming, biking, driving with the windows down and having, you know, the wind just blow across my hair because I don't have to worry about anything. The hairline is already established well enough where there's really not much sign of recession. And, you know, I enjoy getting haircuts. I enjoy being able to style my hair in different ways, as some of you guys have seen in some of my previous videos. I no longer think about what people have to say about my hair loss because, you know, looking at my hair right now, there's really not much hair loss going on other than a mature hairline. And, you know, these are just a fraction of the things that has really made my life so much easier because, you know, because I got my hair transplant. And so what I really want to tell you guys is for those who are really thinking of getting a hair transplant done, it's really going to be a life changer. I'm very happy that I got this done. And so, like I said, for those who are really considering getting a hair transplant, you know, this thing will make your life easier. So thanks guys for watching this video. And if you guys can really relate to me in this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.